Alive.
Yes, we are.
And it's just us two tonight, I'm afraid.
Tis.
Blythe caught some kind of norovirus on vacation, and yeah.
She's just real tired from flashing her titties so much.
It just wore her out.
It did.
She had to carry around like several like pounds of beads, and it's just exhausted her. You know how small she is.
Right. They just weighed her down, and it was too much for her. Too much for her little frame.
She's gonna kill us when she comes back.
Blurg. Okay.
Blurg, you say?
I did.
The Dickens, you say?
Nope, I said blurg. Oh. Hang on. I need a thing. I will BRB.
All right. Hey, you guys. So when Amanda comes back, I'm going to try and talk her into staging a secret episode of Damsels and Dragons. Because Blythe won't be here, so we can talk about the new campaign we're playing.
I am returned.
Huzzah!
I should have opened my can, not right next to the microphone.
Yes, your sweet, sweet can. Some dogfish head?
Huh?
Some dogfish head?
No.
What is it?
It's called Goodwood.
What? That sounds like a D&D spell. Like, I cast Goodwood. It's a druid spell that gives you a great boner that lasts for at least 4 hours.
It's ale aged on oak with walnuts, touched by wood, brewed with limestone water. I don't know what that means, but...
Right, me neither.
So, you know, whatever, I guess.
Have you tweeted the thing?
No. Ugh. I have to...
I know, you have to do the thing.
I have to log out, and then... Why does it let me... Like, I can just switch accounts on my phone, actually log out, and back in on my computer. I have to remember what passwords and stuff are.
That can be a bit of a pain. Munchkin, I swear to God. He's under my slanket.
Well, there was an issue with the password before, and apparently there still is. So, that's fun. Let's see. Let's see if I can do it on my phone.
Ow! My God. Okay. Like, you little asshole. Where did you go? It's fine if he wants to claw me through the slanket. That's fine. Because the slanket is thick and majestic. But no, you don't. You have to be on the outside of...
He's like, but I can chew on you and scratch on you better.
Right.
When I don't do that. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, here we go. Here. He just decided to come say hi. I swear you're a demon. We're the naughtiest little kitty that's ever lived.
Oh my god, I'm dumb.
Aren't we all?
No, just me.
What now? What this time?
Well, like, the reason why I'm dumb about logging into Twitter is because I don't have to, because we use fucking Buffer.
Oh, I see.
Stupid.
Well, it's been a while. It's been a while.
No, I don't want to do that. Just let me do a thing. And there.
This is the price you pay. If you want to get me under this blanket, you have to be cuddled by me. Receive my petting. Yes, yes, you know my flesh. Rawr, rawr, rawr. Oh, so savage.
Okay. Theoretically, I have posted the thing. Fuck you, Twitter. Is what I have to say about that.
Why? It looked like it worked.
Yeah, but on my computer.
Oh, okay.
That was different. So it's stupid. It's just real stupid. Is what I have to say about that.
Oh, great. Now both cats are down here. There's hissing and spitting is happening.
That was a good portion of Monday when we were gaming, was kitties not happy with each other.
Well, so Munchkin is never the voice that's hissing, right? That is always Kitty. And there they go again. Because he just wants to play, like, nonstop. He's like, play with me, big sis. And she's like, get the fuck away from me.
I hate you.
I hate you. Leave me alone. And there they go again. God damn kids. See, normally by game time on Monday nights, they're calmed down and we can get them to, like, behave. And they'll both be asleep on top of the couch. But for some reason this last night, that was not fucking happening.
No. Let's go ahead and get our recording stuff going.
Let's do that.
Do you have yours open and whatnot?
Okay. I do. And wait, hold on just a second. I need to, make sure the mic is on. Is the right mic. Okay.
It sounds like it. Ready?
Yeah, it's ready.
We're going to click record in 3, 2, 1. All right. And now we are going to clap in 3, 2, 1. All right. Now that we got that nonsense out of the way.
Yes. Fucking cat.
All right. Hello and welcome to episode 107 of the Dork Pridecast. My name is Amanda.
And I'm Rissy. We make up 2/3 of a comedy group called the Damsels of Dorkington. And this is our podcast, which is also funny, depending on how much you like poop jokes and dick jokes, or if you're drunk. Alas, we are not.
Nope. There is a monster behind you storming the castle, though.
Oh, yes. I am well aware of his presence. I think he might finally be going through puberty because he's been such a shit. Like, he's around 6 months old at this time. I haven't noticed his little fuzzy nuts getting any bigger, but, I mean, he's just being extra evil day and night.
He should stop fighting with his sister.
He should stop fighting with his sister. Again, I don't know when that's going to happen. We're thinking that, like, getting him a cat wheel is the only thing that might help him burn off some of that fucking energy.
Maybe. And maybe he will just not use it and continue to pester his sister.
I could see that happening also. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, so, like, she sounds a lot scarier than she is because I think her voice is so low. Like, I think it makes her sound like a cat that's twice as big. So I can only imagine what it was like for you guys in Kansas City listening to that coming through.
It was very loud. It was like someone's getting murdered over there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Hey, Amanda.
What?
Hey, guess what? Hey. So you know how Blythe's not here?
What? She's not?
He isn't.
We should maybe talk about that since we talked about that before we officially started the podcast. But
we should. But you know what we should also talk about? Our new D&D campaign. Because think about it. It's going to take us fucking months and months and months to get to that point where we're talking about that game in Damsels and Dragons.
We probably won't, because by the time we are caught up, be back to our regular programming.
Exactly. So what we should do tonight, since Blythe isn't here, is talk about the kind of D&D game we're involved in where the GM wanted to take a bit of a break.
I think we all wanted to take a bit of a break.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I did. I needed something different. Because we've been playing that one for years.
We have. So. And it's been really great and all. And I'm glad we're so high level. But yeah. So what do you think? What do you think about my dastardly scheme?
I don't know. I'm sure we'll talk about it somewhat.
Excellent. Should we tell people about? So Blythe is just not feeling great.
Blythe was in New Orleans for Mardi Gras, and I think she was driving back today.
Yeah.
And is exhausted from flashing her titties a lot and having to lug around a whole bunch of beads.
Yeah, at least 50 pounds of beads.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, her sleeping. And we're
here and unsupervised.
Yes.
Oh, last night I saw a fox.
Did you just look in the mirror?
Oh, you. No, so we're, John and I are like, setting up things for, the D&D game. And then I'm looking out the window and I'm like, oh, fuck, is that a dog? No, it's a fox. And it was big. It was, all the mammals up here, I guess, are just large, like really big. It was way larger than the foxes I've seen in Kansas City. It was easily the size of a large dog. And just walking just straight down the middle of the street, bold as brass. It was also a very pale color, not like an Arctic fox, but it was like golden almost. Yeah. It could have been just the effect of the street lights. I don't know. But it was very pretty. I was like, holy shit, there goes a fox.
I wonder if they're just fuzzier. Or if that adds to them looking bigger.
That could.
They may also actually be bigger, but
also floofier. Well, this one, like a lot of its size was in how tall it was. Like it had very long legs, which you can't really duplicate with floof.
That's true. Unless it did the whole like pompadour sort of thing.
Oh, right. Yeah. Like this fox is wearing like shoe inserts.
Right. It had lifts and
yeah, he was a very tall fox.
Was it just the vertical striped pants that was wearing that made it look taller?
And so much thinner. So figure flattering. Oh my God.
Yes. Or something. Or something. So
that was pretty fucking cool.
I set a date for my defense yesterday.
Oh shit! What date?
Oh, super soon.
Like Like when? Super soon?
Like May 30th, super soon.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Yep. It was, I had a committee meeting and it was like, hey, I want to be done. Can I defend? Because you have to get permission.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, whatever. And so then everyone pulls out their phone and it's like sometime this summer. And for the 3 months of the summer, I think we had 4 days that worked for everybody.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, I'm gone that week. Oh no, I'm gone those days. Oh, I'm here on the Monday and Tuesday. Oh, I'm like, those are the days yeah, it was just ridiculous. I'm just sitting there like, I ain't got shit. I'm like, I have a wedding the end of June and Gen Con. Like, that's all I have for the summer. So, do you know whose wedding it is?
Whose wedding? Some dumb bitch.
It is some dumb bitch. It's one of my favorite dumb bitches' weddings.
Oh, she's very lucky to have a friend like you.
Yes, to have a dumb bitch friend like me.
I can't even imagine the dumb bitch shenanigans that are going to happen at that wedding.
I am excited for dumb bitch shenanigans. Some
of which may end up being broadcast to our patrons.
Oh, some of which will definitely be broadcast. Yes. We have plans.
Oh my, yes. Shit's gonna be good.
Yep. But at that point, I'll be a doctor.
You will. You'll be Dr. Amanda.
Yep. Or some shit like that.
Yes. Oh, that's going to be so cool. What a way to celebrate. We're going to have to party.
Yes. Yeah, I think Blythe and I are both planning on coming out fairly early.
Excellent.
So.
Yes. Well, so are Matt and Maya.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah. And hopefully, I think a lot of my Chicago friends who I think you will get along with real well, because a lot of them are super into Evo.
I'm not into science anymore.
All right. Yeah. After you finally get that PhD, it's fucking.
I'm gonna be like, I think I'm done. I'm finished, right? I finished science, and yeah, they were like, so what are your plans for after? And I'm like, well, I'm thinking I'm gonna go backpack around Europe, and I got a bunch of blank faces. I'm like, I'm kidding. That's not what. Never mind.
Never mind. Well, that's so cool. Wow. So what do you have to do to prepare for that?
I mean, I have to write my thesis.
Oh. So, that. Wait, but okay, but you don't have to write much, right? Because you've got papers that were published.
I have paper. I'm writing other paper, which will be other chapter, and then I have to write an intro, which is basically like a full literature review. Right. So I basically have to write 2 papers in 3 months.
That's gonna be good times.
Yep.
Oh, literature reviews. That right there is that is some stuff.
Yep. So
no jumping. No jumping up to where my cider is.
But I want it.
Don't you even.
Why can't I?
Because you're the naughtiest boy.
I am the naughtiest boy.
I think the title of the episode should be Amanda is the naughtiest boy. He's up fussing with the ring light now.
Aw.
Oh, God. He's so cute, too. He's just so shitty and so cute. I want to get mad at him.
He wants to know what his mom is doing, is all.
Exactly. He basically slipped off the table and almost dragged the computer with him. So the other night, like, he jumped up on the table, like the dinner table, which he's not supposed to do because it serves as John and I's paper and book collecting place.
Sure.
And there's a box of Kleenex on there, and he was batting at it, and then he shoved his head in it, and he couldn't get his head out. I just laughed and I laughed, and I actually brought him into the bedroom where John was, and I'm like, look what our stupid son has done.
That's a nice tail just in the shot there for a minute.
Yeah,
I like it.
So it's been good times. I do hope neutering him, which we'll probably do in like a month, will calm him down.
That
the
look.
vet,
He was like, I'm sorry, you're going to do what to me?
right. But the when we finally like finished his shots and whatnot, the vet was like, if I had a cat like that, I would be worried that my friends would steal him. Because he's so extroverted and friendly and handsome. I'm like, yeah, that's actually some of our friends have kind of tried to steal him. We had friends over who were cat sitting and they brought him back to their place to play with their kids for a while.
That's pretty cute.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, parenting.
Yeah. That is the thing that you're doing.
Also, I am really excited for him to attain his final form because apparently they stop pooping 20 times a day when they're no longer kittens.
That's too many times to poop in a day.
He poops so
I feel like that's
much.
too many times to poop in a month.
Well, think about ferrets, though.
I'm thinking about me.
Well, yes. Although, you should be pooping at least 20 times in a month, Amanda. What is your fiber intake like?
0. Negative 12.
Okay, we need to get you on some oatmeal cookies, which I actually made some tonight.
Why didn't you bring me any?
I would bring them through the internet to you if only I could.
Well, I think you should try harder.
I'm just gonna psychically send you. So they're oatmeal with dark chocolate chip and pecan.
I can do that.
But yes, oatmeal is an excellent source of fiber. These cookies are delicious and will make you poop. So we need to start gradually introducing fiber into your diet in a way that you'd be happy eating. You're making the same face that John makes when I tell him he has to take his fucking fish oil.
Mm-hmm. Like, yes, dear. Sure. I mean, you're not the only person that's told me that. And I've ignored the other person as well. So,
well, they didn't tell you a way that you could incorporate fiber into your diet with cookies.
I mean, there are ways. I just am lazy. And
but one thing that can overcome your laziness is your love of cookies.
That's if I can make them.
You make cookies up from time to time.
Every now and then.
But I'm just saying, it's a place to start. You have to start somewhere. And the best way to get yourself into a healthy habit is to somehow yoke it to another habit you have that you actually enjoy.
In the chat, Josh Donovan says, oatmeal cookie with those chocolate X-Lax bits.
Oh, God.
Called the chocolate bombs.
Roto-Rooter.
That sounds awful because with the abandon with which I eat cookies. Yes, they are not a sometimes food for me.
A cookie is an all times food.
Yes.
Speaking of Cookie Monster,
go on.
At our gaming session on Monday, Josh referenced Bone Thugs and Harmony, and so I've had The Crossroads stuck in my fucking head ever since then. Did you know that there's a YouTube channel where the guy takes Sesame Street and edits it together to make lip sync videos for hip hop?
No, but I want to see this.
There's an amazing one of Bone Thugs and Harmony. It's so fucking good. Yeah, I was like, holy shit, I needed this so bad. And the part in the song when he's like, I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. They in the original music video, it's his old Uncle Charles. They're playing dominoes on his porch, and the angel of death hits him in the forehead and his eyes go black and he has a heart attack and dies. And the Muppet they got was some random middle-aged looking dude in a suit that they flash up on the screen when it says, I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. It's so amazing.
I just found it. It is now open in another window for me to watch when we are done with the podcast.
Great. That album on cassette tape.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Released in 95, 96?
You were buying cassette tapes in the mid-90s?
I was poor. What do you want?
I was poor too, but I prioritized. That's not true.
I mean, at that point, I'd moved, so my previous friend who lived across the street from me wasn't there to make me a bootleg tape of Vanilla Ice albums any longer.
That's too bad.
It really was too bad.
I remember having tapes that we'd recorded off of the radio where we'd just sit there and wait for the song to be played and then hit record.
The only way. So a guy I used to date, his dad was obsessed with the 1984 classic Ghostbusters movie and the theme song from it by Ray Parker Jr. And he was frustrated his whole life by trying to get a recording of the song because every time it would come up on the radio, at the very end of the song, the DJ would yell, "Ghostbusters!" So he could never get a clean version of the whole song. It's like some kind of Sisyphean punishment in the Greek underworld.
Every time he's like, I think we're going to get it.
We're going to get there.
God damn it.
Ghostbusters!
Yeah. Yep.
Speaking of Ghostbusters, men are behaving on the internet very badly right now in regards to a movie with a female lead.
Go on.
Well, Captain Marvel is coming out. Yeah.
Yes.
And boy, there's been some shit.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So Brie Larson was like, well, I'd like for there to be fewer just plain white guys in terms of the press that I'm talking to about this. Because there is a problem with movie criticism as well as literary criticism, food criticism being overwhelmingly white and male. And so she simply requested that, of journalists and that sort of thing, I'd like to see fewer white dudes and more people of color and women and, that sort of thing, which is a wholly reasonable request, I think. And Lord, the beard hurts have come out in full force about this shit. Yeah. One of my friends on Twitter was found an image that was circulating on Reddit, and it's a still of Captain Marvel, and then there's the symbol that appears on her chest, the Nova Corps symbol, and inside it says, "Toxic nerds, please go get therapy." And then some jackass commented, "Remember when Gal Gadot and DC just made a good movie and just let it stand for itself? Yeah, remember that?" I'm like, so your argument is that Marvel has made you be a nasty shit on the internet?
Also, you haven't seen the movie, so what? What's... I give up.
I know. I'm so glad I'm not having to date anymore. Because I would date nerdy guys, and there would be the danger of that shit happening.
Oh, I could see that exploding in a violent and entertaining way.
Right? Because the thing is that when I get irked at someone, if I don't love them a lot, my improv comedy brain takes over. And then no good can come of this.
No, you're fucking relentless.
I am. I am a relentless bitch. So yeah, it's probably for the best that I'm off the market now. Although I'll still be a relentless bitch to these motherfuckers if they show up in my Twitter feed.
Well, sure.
And they really do need therapy. It's for God's sakes, neckbeards. Cure yourself of your terrible personality, and one day maybe you can touch a boob.
Yeah. Or whatever.
Right. But I am excited about going to see Captain Marvel. I think we're going to go see it on Friday.
Is that when it comes out? Is it already out?
I think it's out now. Just came out tonight or tomorrow night is when the premiere is.
I went and saw two movies on Saturday. last Saturday.
Wow.
According to my movie website, it says it comes out on Friday. Captain Marvel.
Okay.
But
I could see people talking for blah 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 blah. Things being different in Europe. Ryan DeYoung, the whole Godot is very common for pronouncing Gail Gadot's name. She actually said, the only reason I know is because she said it in an interview, because she's Israeli. It's not Godot like French. It's Gadot.
I always said Godot as well.
Well, we all think like Waiting for Godot.
Yeah. Well, also, yeah, that it looks like a French name.
Yeah.
And therefore,
But
ergo and whatnot.
Ergo Godot, or ergo Godot.
Ergot. Nope, ergot that's something else.
That's a form of poisoning.
Yep. From
can make
rye,
you
I think.
And miscarry. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a parasite that attaches itself to grains.
Sure.
Purple grain. Because it's purple, the thing. There's some people who think that the Salem witch trials were a result of ergot poisoning.
Yep, I've heard that.
It is also, I believe, what LSD was chemically based on, like an attempt to duplicate like the hallucinatory effects of ergot poisoning.
Fun.
It sure is. What? Oh, man. And speaking of drugs, I'm doing a whole lot of speaking of segues tonight. Did you hear about the ketamine-based antidepressant that's going to be available in the U.S. with a nasal spray?
I saw something about there being something about it, but didn't.
Yeah.
I sometimes sort of hear about a thing, but that's like, a lot for me. I feel like that's impressive for me to have any sort of point of reference for a thing.
It's true. I'm very proud of you. But the drug is called S-ketamine and is based on ketamine. And so I'm like, yes, into the K-hole. Woo! Like, when does that shit hit Canada? I am stoked. Apparently it's designed to mostly like supplement other depression medication.
Sure.
I am down with some Special K. It basically, like, all the research right now is stating that, like, psychedelic drugs, so ketamine, LSD, psilocybin, all that sort of stuff, are really great in treating mental illness. So I'm like, science, yes. You're my friend.
You just want to do drugs.
Well, yes. I mean, obviously. Like, you don't. Come on.
I mean, those things aren't mutually exclusive. I said nothing about myself there. I mean, no, drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad, okay? Tom Self points out, S-ketamine is expensive. That's true, but since it's a brand new drug, there will probably be, at least at first, a lot of like those insurance waiver things that your doctor will give you for a while. So you can basically...
Yeah, get the first 3 months for, you get the rebate or the whatever. They get you hooked.
That's how they do it. They comp you at first.
Yep. Then you have to pay brand name prices. You have good insurance.
Dangerous putting a ketamine-like drug in a nasal spray form.
I wouldn't trust you personally with dosing of such a drug.
Wouldn't trust me either. No. I think that's a perfect...
I know how you are unable to properly dose cough medicine.
Yeah.
So I feel like you would just keep using it. And it's like...
there's nothing wrong with a little robo-tripping. Get the tussin down in there.
No. Cough syrup is so nasty.
Oh, man. It's fun, though, after a while.
Ugh. I wouldn't know. I can't. Blah. Blah. Is what I have to say about that.
Although here, you can actually get real Sudafed without having to, like, sign over your driver's license and sign a form saying that you swear very hard not to make any meth.
Yeah.
That was nice. I was like, what? You can just buy Sudafed? Like the real Sudafed? Holy shit.
Yeah, I have to show my driver's license for all my drugs that I get. They have to scan it
Oh,
at the
wow.
pharmacy. Some sort of tracking program.
Well,
At
it's just
least
always...
What?
I was going to say, it's crazy, that they have to do it for Sudafed, right?
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to, the good Sudafed, it's because it's so easy to fucking make meth out of it, of course. What I wonder is, in Kansas City, they basically do it by state, not federally. So, it's going to be pretty easy to I just buy a bunch of Sudafed in Kansas, and then I go buy a bunch of Sudafed in Missouri. Then I drive up into Illinois and buy some more Sudafed.
That sounds like a lot of driving.
It does, but if
No.
you're going to be making meth...
yeah, I'm not going to do that. Because Adderall's really easy to get.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not nearly the same, but, it's close.
I find that just sometimes, if I'm not sick, taking a Sudafed, makes me so I don't think I need that much help. I don't need
not.
meth.
I don't generally take cold medicine of any kind because I feel like it fucks me up in one way or the other, and not in a good way, just in a weird... Yeah, I will always take the regular stuff because I would usually just take it at night, so not the non-drowsy. So that typically is the stuff you can just buy, but it still prevents me from sleeping, even when it's supposed to knock you the fuck out.
Oh, well, it's basically just Benadryl and alcohol.
Yeah, and those don't help me sleep.
They used to help me sleep, but then not anymore.
I feel like they get me into that point where I'm almost asleep, but every little thing will startle me into wakefulness.
Same.
Which is very fun.
I will definitely take something with Sudafed in it, though, because it actually does clear out my sinuses, which are in a perpetual state of clogged misery.
Yeah. My nose just runs all the time, so it's
free flowing.
Yeah.
This is very sexy information for all of our viewers out there.
I know. It is.
This is just what they wanted to hear. I know it.
Yes. Tell me more about your nasal mucus. Well,
what I've also found Sudafed good for is if I'm having a nasal cold sore outbreak and I'm in the grip of terrible viral fatigue, taking pseudoephedrine will help counter that. It's really nice, actually. Because there's only so much coffee you can drink before your bowels just go out completely.
Yeah. I don't like coffee.
What?
I don't.
I
finally just admitted it to myself that I don't really like it.
But what do you do when you want a hot drink?
Tea. I like tea.
Oh, well then there you go.
I drink a lot of tea. I don't drink a lot of coffee because I don't like it.
I mean, I don't like it either, but it's got caffeine in it.
Yeah, but there are other ways to get caffeine that I enjoy more.
Generally not as much caffeine in as short a period of time. See, for me, coffee is all about a means to an end. John is always like, oh, you should get this kind because it tastes good. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. I will drink it black and cold if I have to, just to get that fucking caffeine in my body.
That's nasty.
It is nasty, but yeah, I don't care. I will make it try and taste better. And drink a lot of it. I enjoy it being warm, how nice and hot it is. But yeah, the taste, I don't care. I don't believe anyone who says they actually enjoy the flavor of coffee. At least not without it being severely adulterated with.
I was gonna say not just by itself.
Yeah, gross.
Because it's gross.
But to me, it's the best possible way to get caffeinated quickly.
I'll just drink my Diet Pepsi. And if I have to drink a few of them, then so be it. Because I find them better than coffee. And also, I can't make coffee. I'm shit at it.
What?
I can't make it.
It's very easy.
Yeah, it is. And yet...
Have you investigated whether or not you are under a magical curse of some kind?
Yes, and I might be.
Okay.
It's not supposed to affect my coffee making abilities, so I think this is a separate deal.
Shit, so 2 curses. You have 2 curses on you.
Maybe.
Who did you piss off?
I don't know, probably everyone. I can be kind of a bitch sometimes.
Specifically in terms of wizards, like these have to be people capable of lobbing magical curses at you.
I don't ask people if they're wizards before I start being a bitch to them.
That is definitely a quote we need to preserve for future generations.
I feel like that's an invasive question. I'm just gonna be a shit. Regardless.
Are you a wizard? Because I'm not gonna be a bitch to you if you're a wizard who could put a curse on me.
Are you lying? Right. Are you just trying to make me be nice? Because I don't like that. I don't like it when people manipulate me into being nice. I find it very rude.
Everybody, I guess if you want Amanda to be nice to you, you just have to tell her that you're a wizard.
I mean, if everyone around me is a wizard, I'm going to stop caring about people being wizards and just go back to being mean all the time.
Speaking of wizards, that's the character class you're not playing in our new D&D game.
Nice segue. Woo!
Why, thank you.
Nope, I'm not. I'm
What
playing
are you
a cleric this time. This is my first cleric ever.
That is amazing to me.
Yep. I don't know. I feel like it's because while I've played D&D for years, I know nothing about the world. Like, I've never read any of the supplementary books. I've never, like, anything in anything.
You've never sought out any information about gods like Finder Wyvern Spur. Right.
Exactly. Yeah, so I think that's probably why, is that I don't know the gods, and it's easier to just play. I like magic users, but I tend to like the godless heathens. Because, you know, you play what you know.
Right. Although being godless in Forgotten Realms is a bad idea, because your afterlife will suck. You basically get punished in the afterlife for not having a patron god.
Well, luckily we don't actually live in that world, so I don't care.
I'm just saying, for Kasira, it's something she might want to consider. Either make it so that she's immortal, like she becomes a lich or some shit, or just adopt a patron deity at some point, just for shits and giggles.
I mean, if she keeps having wild magic surges that de-age her, she'll just never die, because she'll always be a child. That's actually, so
baby.
in our new campaign, I have to, I mean, we've done this twice-ish, really more like once. I have to keep reminding myself that I'm not a child.
Right.
That I'm not playing a child anymore. Which was never my intention in the first place, but I've been playing a child for a few years now, and I forget.
I remember in the D20 Star Wars, there were actual rules for being able to play children, and it was like you adjusted your stats based on, like, they had like age brackets. I don't think you could play a toddler, but
I don't know why you'd want to.
Right, exactly.
I mean, when I de-aged, Eric had me, he tweaked my stats, like my strength went down, but my charisma went up.
Mm-hmm.
So, which makes sense. I mean,
right.
Not that my strength was all that great to begin with, but and I'm a sorcerer, so charisma is my spell casting ability. So I'm like, that sounds good to me.
Right, not gonna complain.
I'm not lifting anything. I'm a child. I have a bag of holding that I keep all our stuff in.
Because you're the child that's in charge of our party.
Yes.
But yeah, your character, definitely not a kid. Are you still wearing a mask?
No.
Oh, okay. Did you change gods?
I'm not saying what I did.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm not the, like, I did a lot of redos from, basically forget all of the original stuff that I'd said. Because that's not, like, talking to Eric about, I'd kind of shot him here's what I'm thinking, and he had some ideas, and I'm like, oh, that's good, let's go with that. So, being secretive.
Ooh. Although that's not really fair, because those of us who stuck with our original character concept were forced to divulge details about ourselves, but, you know, it's all good.
I'll divulge things as you find them out in character.
It's true.
Just like after our little fight, Wes was like, well, if only the cleric had some healing stuff. And I'm like, you don't know I'm a cleric. You haven't seen me cast anything.
It's true.
We start this campaign. We're in Waterdeep. And we're all in
splendors.
Yes, and we're all in a tavern, and basically this bar brawl breaks out. Like, not amongst us, amongst a bunch of NPCs. And our DM is like, well, how do you guys react? And everyone's like, yeah, I sit and watch. And I'm like, I get the fuck in there and start throwing punches. Because why not?
Why not, indeed?
Yeah.
Although that's got to be fucked in the yawning portal bar and grill. I don't know if it's a bar and grill.
I think it's grill and bar. It's a restaurant first.
Oh, right.
No.
So it's got the giant portal to the Underdark in it.
Yeah.
And that's just the thing you have to deal with. So part of, like, so there's a bar fight, but then it turns into a real fight when an angry troll with a bunch of sturges comes out of the fucking yawning portal and has to be shellacked out of there. I'm like, how do you just deal with the fact that your bar has this giant fucking thing in it? That just, you know, random shit could come out of. Is there always somebody watching it?
I mean, yes.
That's a lot to live with. Durnan the barkeep is a brave man.
Yes. I mean, he did seem like, ugh, this guy again.
Right,
this fucking troll.
Apparently this was the third time the troll had showed up.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, I told you if you came back a second time, when you came back the second time, there wasn't going to be a third.
Yeah. And I'm like, great. First level characters are going to go fucking fight a troll.
Do you fuck with the trolls? Well, thankfully, like, he was low on blood. He'd been attacked by scourges.
I didn't attack the troll. I kicked the guy that I'd been fighting when nobody was watching. He was on the ground, and I kicked him.
I was trying to secretly cast healing magic on one of the bar brawl participants who was possibly a member of an organization that my character may or may not be affiliated with.
Yeah, so the other character, the half-orc, was like my contact.
Oh, shit!
Well, it was just the... Because, you know, at the beginning, he was like, here's a list of people in the bar. Pick the person that you're going to meet up with. And I'm like, ah. I'm like, okay, if she's fighting 5 dudes, I'll help her, because why not? But I like that. So because I jumped in and started helping her, when you cast healing on the guy that was fighting her, everyone's like, oh, and it's like, we don't know each other really. We haven't picked sides. Like, there's no reason to be like, no, you're helping the bad one, because we don't fucking know these people.
Right, these are just random people fighting in a fucking bar.
Yeah. So, it's fine.
He's fine. Yeah. Also, while my character failed at trying to be stealthy about the fact that she was casting magic, it was probably pretty difficult for anyone to tell what the actual results were, since the character I cast healing magic on was in the middle of a dog pile at that point.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, definitely casting magic, but probably nobody but the person who had the spell cast on him actually knew that that was the target.
Yeah.
So my contact is Durnan the barkeep. I was there delivering a crate of delicious mushrooms to him that my character grows herself.
Because, and we did talk about this on the Damsels and Dragon podcast, but not in normal podcast.
So true.
Rissy's character is a literal garbage person.
Who lives in the sewers. And that's where she grows these mushrooms that are real delicious.
Yep. She's a city druid.
Yes, I'm a city druid. And for those of you who are into this, I'm using the the Ravnica book, because it's got the Golgari agent and the Circle of Spores druid. That's what I'm playing, because I'm like, so I want a challenge in this game. I want to play a druid in the city, and how the fuck do I do that? And then I found this alternate version of the character class, and I'm like, fucking perfect. She's a goddamn fungus druid who lives in the goddamn sewers and wears Crocs.
You are very set on the Crocs thing.
I am, because I'm like, well, what would a garbage person wear?
I mean, a plastic shoe with holes in it so water runs out of it makes sense for the sewers.
Exactly.
Like, you want to be in some sort of water shoe.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Living in the sewers, it's not like you need to be super fashionable.
Yeah.
I mean, you are, but you don't have to be.
But yeah, so I was, Eric said that Durnan feels guilty about serving sewer mushrooms to his customers, but the mushrooms are delicious and apparently very popular.
Well, I mean, all mushrooms kind of are gross if you think about them, so who cares?
Neither animal nor plant, but having traits of both in a manner that's extremely suspicious.
Much more closely related to animals than plants.
Yeah, but look like a lot more like plants than animals.
Yep.
Cell walls and all that.
Yarp.
They're scary.
Yeah, but delicious.
But yes. They give us, I mean, we have yeast. Yeasts are wonderful. So much that is good in life comes from the faithful yeast.
Yes, Zachary asked if it's 5th edition. It is 5th.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the whole point of this is Eric wanted to take a break from our other game that we've been playing for years, and that's all his creation, to go with a boxed adventure. So we're playing Dragon Heist.
Yes. Apparently, there will be some heists and maybe some dragons, although that might mean gold coins.
I would like the coins. Mini coin.
Yeah.
It's fun to play a character who's actually interested in accumulating material wealth again.
I'm excited to be playing a character who wears armor and has an armor class. Like, when I have my shield, my armor class is 18. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. I've never played a character with any sort of armor class.
Oh, yeah, because if you've only played spellcasters.
For the most part, or, like, I think I've played a ranger because everybody plays a ranger. But
you know what I've never actually played?
What?
Ranger.
Well, I just said everybody, so don't make a liar of me. I find that very rude. Don't contradict me, ma'am.
Amanda,
just agree with me.
You have to be nice to me.
Damn it. I know you're not a wizard.
No, I'm definitely a sorcerer.
I mean, if you're gonna be a spellcaster, I mean, you might be a warlock.
Yeah, but I don't think I have an otherworldly patron. I think my character class in real life is definitely sorcerer, because I'm like, have been skating through life on my inborn talents and not applying discipline to them ever, which would be required for being a wizard. That's
true.
Right.
Now that you put it that way, I think I agree with you.
Right. I have like the worst case of gifted kid-itis. So yeah, I'm just like, nah, I'm not gonna like try to do things. I'm just gonna, stay at the level I've been at my whole life, which seemed like a crazy genius when I was 5 years old, but now is just kind of pathetic. Whatevs.
Josh in the chat is apparently familiar with Dragon Heist.
Oh.
He says, have you talked to Volo yet? No spoilers. I just want to know if you've acquired something. We barely started. We just met him.
Yeah, we just met Volo. We haven't acquired things.
Right. He just said, hey, go find my friend.
Yeah.
And we're like, sure. Whatever. Man. We're not very productive in our gaming sessions, so we don't get a lot done, so we move very slowly.
Although, actually, we were pretty productive with that gaming session. We got through not one fight, but 2 fights.
I mean, it was kind of the same fight.
Sort of, but compared to, again, our usual things.
Yeah. I mean, we did start and finish a fight and had role-playing before, well,
and after.
Mostly just after. But, yeah.
I think it helps that a certain member of the party is not playing a spellcasting class, and therefore has a much more limited range of choices to make in terms of what they can do. And therefore, the time in which it takes to make that choice is greatly reduced.
Are you talking about me? Just because I didn't cast a spell doesn't mean I can't.
No, I'm not talking about you.
Because.
No, you always seem to know what spell you want to cast, actually.
Yeah. I mean, well, as a sorcerer, I only have, like.
It's true.
I guess with all the other ones you have prepared, with this, you don't have to prepare them because you just have a limited that say that you know. But, yeah. I mean, I tend to have just a few offensive ones, and
I mean, they work really well, though. That's the great thing about sorcerers, that they are the ultimate in mobile artillery platforms.
Well, especially at higher level, which we are
right
at this point. So
I will say it's really weird being so frail and useless as a character.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, first level.
I know.
Oh, no.
Well, especially it's like I'm getting in on this bar fight, so it's all unarmed combat because I'm like, I'm not going to pull a weapon. It's like, okay, you rolled a hit, and then it's like, what do you roll for damage? It's like, no, it's just one. It's
one
just,
plus your strength mod.
Which I have none, so it's one. I'm like, tink, 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 tink.
That's amazeballs. Well, unless you're a monk, so.
I'm not, though.
Yep.
So, it's just. It's fun.
Yeah, oh yeah, it is,
it is
fun. Like, I'm really enjoying it thus far. Like, I like our group of weirdo characters. I also like it, so, like, I decided I wanted to play a city druid, and Wes decided he wanted to play a city ranger. Recognize the character, like, the class variant that he picked out of, I think it's Zar's Guide to Everything. Oh shit, I may have frozen up.
Yeah, you did. You kind of lagged a little bit, but can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's like two weird variants of things.
Yeah, city druid and city ranger. So for the person in the chat who asked Zach, we are all first level.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're just babies. I once played a second ed game that started off at 0 level. We actually had to earn our way into a character class.
What?
I know. It was actually a lot of fun. So it was like our characters were.
So like you weren't even adventurers yet. You're just
we weren't adventurers, and we were just regular people. We got to roll for like a background, and we were all herded together as a group of exiles from our government, which is kind of like ancient China and the Song Dynasty, ish, like D&D'd up. And we were exiled to an area that they wanted to recolonize after, like, it had been a holding of the country and then got invaded and destroyed, and then they basically are trying to resettle an area. And so we all got chosen involuntarily to participate in this. And as part of that, like, there was all these like tasks we had to do, and so we're actively involved in community building, and then, you know, we work up to a certain point, and then we can like accumulate enough XP to earn our character class and then decide what we're going to actually do with ourselves.
Interesting.
It was a surprising amount of fun.
Yeah. Huh. It's kind of a cool way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the lowest level I've ever played. The highest level I've ever been, in terms of XP that was actually earned, that I felt was earned. Like, so I was in a game once where the DM really wanted us to play to play an epic level game. So we kind of hit the fast forward on us. Like, we were high level, but then he just skipped us all ahead to like 20th level. because we were at the end of the plot of the game and he wanted it to be like big and cinematic and shit. But in terms of actual earned XP, the highest level character I ever played was a wizard in 2nd edition, 17th level. And in 2nd ed, that took work. Like,
yeah, no shit.
Yeah. Oh, man. It was like being a god among men, flinging around that level of magic in 2nd edition. Jesus Christ. Oh, it was so fucking great. And it was in Ravenloft, too. Ah, the old days.
That sounds... yeah.
Yeah. Good times. Oh, so we should tell people another thing that Eric made us do was roll stats with just 4d6 and drop the lowest. He didn't let us re-roll ones.
See, I feel like that's how I've normally played it.
Oh, see, every GM I've ever had, it was roll 4d6, drop the lowest, and re-roll ones.
I once played it where it was just roll 3. You could drop one. You could drop ones, but you only rolled 3.
Oh, so, wow.
Yeah.
God damn. That is harsh. See, I've had all the GMs I've had up to Eric always wanted like a pretty like, you know, high level, big action kind of game. So one DM was like roll 5d6, drop the lowest 2, and reroll 1s and 2s.
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, he wanted crazy, you know, good adventurers. I will say, though, like, I rolled one of the best sets of stats I have ever fucking had.
I mean, you kind of have to at that point.
Well, no, with Eric's system.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it was like my dice responded to the challenge of not being able to reroll 1s with... I ended up with fucking 2 18s, 3 16s. Like, my lowest stat is a 10. But I only have the 1, and then it's like 14, all 16s and 2 18s. One of which got bumped up to a 20 based on racial modifiers.
Show up.
Yeah. So I was like, damn, dice, I should put you in dangerous situations more often. Or I get dangerous. Like, so yeah, that was great.
Yeah, mine aren't super good. Or at all good. They're very meh.
Honestly, Morella's stats are pretty meh. Like, she has a really high dex. And thanks to me bumping up her scores, she has a high wisdom. Now, after, like, you know, adding +2, because I think she started the game with a 12 wisdom and a dex of 20, because racial modifiers. So, yeah, like, her stats are not very good, which is why my hit points are so low and why she's so stupid. So I get maybe my dice were just in a mood to give me a much better off character, at least genetically speaking. My character's half orc or human and orc parents must have been pretty awesome.
I mean, you do live in a sewer.
Exactly.
So there's that.
So do the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, but that's not what you are.
You don't know that.
I'm pretty sure that you're not.
You have no idea what Eric and I have worked out.
That's
My
true.
contact is actually Master Splinter.
I didn't see him.
And we're going to be fighting Orokusaki.
I want to fight Bebop.
What about Rocksteady?
No, just Bebop.
Only Bebop. No Rocksteady allow.
Just because I think it would really distress them to be separated.
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
Man, I fucking love both Ninja Turtles movies. In the same way that I love both Ghostbusters movies. I don't get all the hate for Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah. I don't either.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
With a very positive message.
Yes.
If you have good, happy feelings, it will make a good slime. That's an important
Don't
message
restore creepy paintings.
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
Man, that guy was fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
He's Vigo. I mean, I get that the original Ghostbusters movie is great and all, but Ghostbusters 2 is really awesome. Like, I really don't understand why people hate it so much, but whatever.
I didn't know they did.
Yeah. Well, so again, the discussion of like women in movies and whatnot, a lot of people have talked about the most recent Ghostbusters remake, and then other people like, it's fine if you like the first Ghostbusters, it's fine if you like the most recent Ghostbusters. I don't understand if you like the second Ghostbusters. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, fuck you!
Maybe you just like to be entertained.
Yeah. Man, with good slime, happy slime, make a toaster dance with it.
Exactly. Maybe sleep with the slime.
Mm-hmm.
It was never fully confirmed, but it was implied.
Oh yeah, very strongly.
So.
Yeah. Vigo the Carpathian. Yeah, it was great. Also, the jokes about the Statue of Liberty when they're driving it around, like, we should have patted her feet. I don't think they make Nikes in her size. I don't know why. That just really tickled me pink. I shouldn't have said that. Every time I say that phrase, like, in my brain, I like it, but when it comes out of my mouth, I'm like, am I a pirate talking about my clitoris? Because that's tickle me pink, yar.
I mean, now you are.
Oh, that's true.
So, good job.
Good job, me.
Indeed.
I'm so happy we got to talk about new D&D game, because Damsels Dragons is a lot of fun, but we only get to do it once a month, and we're probably never going to get to the escapades of Dragon Heist.
No.
So, yeah. I'm not glad that Blythe was not feeling great, but
no.
I am happy that it was just you and me this time.
Well, especially that it happened 2 days after we started our new campaign. So
Exactly. Fucking exactly. I love the way our GM is playing Volo. Like, he's kind of a big flashy douchebag.
Yeah.
It's very entertaining. I love the way Eric plays NPCs in general.
Yeah. I mean, it's no Bemet, but...
I mean, what is Bemet? Oh, man, we're going to get to talk about Bemet during this month's Damsels and Dragons.
We are. I was just thinking that, like, we are finally going to meet Bemet.
We're going to meet old Bemet and get to finger paint. It's going to be incredible. So, if you're not a patron yet...
You should be, because that's going to be a good episode.
Yeah, we have got some shit to talk about.
Oh, man, the finger painting is...
Right?
Kind of the best.
He is definitely erect and ready to go.
That's been a spoiler.
A bit of a spoiler.
Or a teaser, perhaps, is better. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, it's going to be fun. Sweet Jesus.
Yes.
Okay, there's definitely love for Ghostbusters 2 happening in the chat. So I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for having our backs on this one.
Yeah. So, do you have a Dork Pride Chat for tonight?
I do. I just have to remember it. Shit. The problem is, so I had a thing fixed in my brain, and then I read something on Twitter that dislodged it, which was your hip-hop alias is Lil, then the word Lil, and then followed by the last thing you ate. And then my brain's like, haha, that's funny. And I'm like, brain, what is...
Wait, so what is your name?
Well, I guess my name would be Lil Cookie.
Oh, that's so cute.
right? What about you?
Mine would be little popcorn.
Actually, that's pretty awesome too. Maybe we could start our own like TLC style group. I wonder what Blythe's would be. It's probably like
Lil Dick.
Lil. I can't wait for her to edit this. I was maybe like Lil Beignet, Lil Po Boy.
Mm.
Well, I guess that's our dork chat. Like, hit us up with your with your hip hop aliases.
Right.
All of you. My stupid brain couldn't hold on to the actual good Dork Pride Chat idea that it had.
I think that's pretty good. I like that. It's fine, little cookie. Don't you second guess yourself.
You too, little popcorn. Well, so what made me laugh so hard is it was my friend Arthur Chu was like, I'm not going to go buy Lil Rice. Fuck you.
I mean, that's understandable.
I completely, understand his reasoning. That's but yeah, so I was just giggling about that, and yeah. All right, what do we got? Little spring legs on the bottom. What? Little blue burger, little pulled chicken, little tomato soup. Oh, tomato soup is so good. Get that grilled cheese.
I know I was gonna say, is it little grilled cheese and tomato soup? Because I hope so. For everyone's sake.
That's the absolute best way. Little Bitto Sudafed. That is a great hip hop alias.
Yeah. Well, I think that's gonna do it for this episode of the Dork Pridecast. Of course, as always, we want to give a big thank you to Sarah Donner for allowing us to use music off of her album Black Hole Heart. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and all those places. And if you have a few moments, if you could subscribe, rate, and review our podcast on iTunes, that would be a big McLarge huge.
Rip steak thrust.
Yes. To all of us, that would cost you $0.
But if you do want to contribute in the form of dollars, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Damsels of Dorkington, where you can get access to our what is happening? Access to rewards that are only available there, such as a fuck ton of bonus content and being on the list of super awesome patrons that we thank at the end of the podcast, like these people. So I think we should do them where it's Lil, and then we make up the last thing they ate.
Yeah, I agree. Go for it.
Are we evens or odds this time?
We're odds.
Okay. So we'd like to thank Marion Polincon, also known as Lil Ortolan Bunting.
Alec, Lil Sewer Mushrooms Teller. They're actually delicious. It's fine. There's no shade there. They're delicious.
Right, they are. They're so good. They're just selling like the proverbial hotcakes in the yawning portal. Mm-hmm. Let us not forget Gordon, little milkshake that brings all the boys to the yard, Nelson. It's better than yours. Damn right. It's better than yours. He'd teach you, but he'd have to charge.
But how much would he charge?
I don't know.
Would it be a reasonable cost? Or
I doubt that. The secrets of the milkshake are deep magic from before the dawn of time.
Now I kind of want a milkshake.
Milkshake.
Also, Greg, I still want a little milkshake, but maybe also with some little brownies to go with it. Milliken. That's a legit name right there. That's the real deal.
It's a little known fact. But the fourth member of Migos is actually John Little Hot Chocolate Marshmallows Mering. You know, you can buy those in a jar off Amazon.
I did not know that.
Like, all I want, when I found that out, I'm just like, I'm going to just pour the whole jar into a cup and then pour the hot chocolate in, and it'll go in the cracks around the little marshmallows. Fucking love that shit.
Well, we also want to thank Josh and Jessica Rowell, also known as Lil Pizza Bagels, and Lil Ritz Cracker with Kraft Cheese. I'm just thinking about stuff I like to eat when I was like 11 that I thought was delicious for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just hungry.
Maybe, well, if we're talking about that, then no discussion of hip-hop history would be complete without mentioning April, Little Chicken and a Biscuit Barker.
That's true.
I think she definitely performed with Josh and Jessica.
I think you're right. And we can't forget Justin Lil Hot Pocket Manfield. I said Manfield again. I feel like the last time I said his name, I said Manfield, and it's obviously Mansfield. And I just want to drop the S when I say it for some reason.
Well, that's because Justin Lil Hot Pocket Manfield is 100% a porn star.
You might be right.
Right, the Lil Hot Pocket is something he does. Like, Justin Manfield is the name, but he's become so renowned for this sexual act, the Lil Hot Pocket, that's what he goes by.
Real quick in the chat, Josh said, "Wish for Blythe feel better soon, aka Lil Parking Lot Bread."
Oh, zing! And of course, last but not least is Joshua Donovan, who is also known as Lil Tuscan Chicken Salad.
It's classy. He's a classy.
Right? He's a classy bitch. Take him to McDonald's.
Classy bitch. Yeah. But I don't think you can get a Tuscan chicken salad at McDonald's.
Probably not, no.
But you should go there and ask for one and see.
100% when you're high as fuck.
Because I hear they have a secret menu, which means you can just go there and order anything you want. And they have to make it for you.
They do.
If you're high.
So yeah, go there, go to McDonald's when you're high as fuck and be like, secret menu, Tuscan chicken salad.
And they'll be like, right away, sir. We will get that to you as quickly as possible, for clearly you are a classy bitch. We also would like to thank Carlos Macera, Alex Hollis, Tommy Bort, Rusty Hill, Jeremy Elbows Hannah, Matt and Mattingly's Ice Cream Social, Brandon, Katie, and Thomas David, Zachary Drake, Joe Louie, Stephen Kendall, Eric Ruggles, and Jay Teller. Thanks for joining us, everyone. This has been episode 107 of the Dork Pridecast, and we will see you all in 2 weeks.
Deuces!
Jetpack.